Hi guys, my name is Christine, and today I'm talking about these lessons are requirements in life and not a choice. Okay, so basically, these three things are what I personally believe to be things that every person is going to encounter. But if we already know and are aware of them, when we do come across these lessons, we are better equipped to handle them, to deal with them, and find the greater meaning in them. So they're not as much of a shock, and that we can handle them with much more grace and integrity as well, perhaps as well. So the first lesson that I believe is a requirement in life, one of these things that will just actually happen to you, and you may learn the hard way, you may learn the easy way, who knows? But failure teaches us more than success, right? So sometimes it's a good idea to be excited when you fail, when you don't succeed at something, because ultimately what it's going to do is it's going to make you think, and it's going to make you reevaluate what you're doing so you can change things and ultimately have that success later on. But sometimes failures can be really, really harsh, really disempowering, disencouraging, right? So it's not always a good time to be going through a hard spot in life when you failed at something. Let's say you pumped a load of money into the stock market and it all just crashed. Or let's say something like you're trying to work on your business, but that never seems to work out for you and you have all these failures. But if you have these failures, you should get excited. You should get excited when you fail at something, because it's going to teach you something, right? And next time when you try another attempt, you're probably going to be you're better equipped, basically, because you've failed and you've learned what doesn't work. So now you know what doesn't work. You can now try and think about what does work, well, what is going to work. So personally, for me, whenever something doesn't go right, if I fail at something, I get excited because I know I'm going to learn something from this, and I'm not going to repeat the same mistake. Okay, so another lesson that I believe is a requirement and not a choice is that long-term self-discipline is way better for you than short-term easiness, right? So, for example, the long-term discipline of exercising, right? Even if you're not doing like strenuous exercise, if you're just keeping regular, like have like a regular sort of routine, even if it's just something like going for like a walk every day, is going to be really beneficial to you. May not the first few times you do it, but over the many years and months of doing it, it's going to benefit you greatly, right? Whereas short-term easiness, like deciding to procrastinate, deciding to, swap a healthy meal for a pizza, doing that too many times is ultimately going to be detrimental to you, and it's not going to help you. So one of the lessons that a lot of people learn, and sometimes often too late, is that you need to be disciplined and to do the hard things now and do them consistently while you still are able to, so that your life is easier down the road, rather than going for short-term easy gratification now and having your life be much harder down the road, right? So it's always better to have that self-discipline now, and to get on with these things now, and to get in a routine of it, to learn to be consistent in these things, and then eventually these things won't actually be as tough, right? But if you are always doing the short-term easy things like watching Netflix all the time, eating too much junk food, basically wasting your life away on the things that aren't that important, then eventually you're going to get down the road where you're going to regret being, basically swapping short-term gratification for long-term gratification. Okay, so that's another lesson that is not a requirement. It's one of those things that you will slap you in the face if you are not aware of it. Okay, so for example, for me, I've had like an ongoing back issue for a while, since like 2017. I hurt my back in 2017 from bending the wrong way when I was at a job. And every so often I get flare ups, right? And it's because I stop doing these back exercises that keep my back strong. And right at this current moment, I'm suffering for it because I haven't been keeping up with keeping my back strong. And I've been replacing that with doing other forms of exercise rather than working out on my back, right? And I'm suffering for it right now. So that's one of those things, right? So you got to keep on top of these disciplines, so that later on in life you will thank yourself for it, right? Another thing, and the last one that I'm going to get into, is You got to try and build the life that you want now. Start trying to build it now, because the time is going to pass anyway. Okay, and you don't want it to be like 10 years from now or 20 years from now, and you're like, oh my god, I really wish I'd started sooner, or I really wish I'd tried harder at this, I really wish I'd tried harder at that, I really wish I'd tried to be consistent and work on my dreams, because now so much time has gone by, and when I was just twiddling my thumbs and being idle, right? I wish you might be thinking, oh, I really wish I'd woken up an hour early to exercise. I really wish I'd woken up an hour early to do that reading or to study or whatever it may be. Whatever it may be for you, to work on my business. I really wish I'd done that. I wish I had the discipline to do that, right? And so I could build my life and start building my life now, rather than, when it's too late. Because what you'll find is that the time is going to pass anyway, so you might as well be trying to create the life that you've always wanted now. You might as well be trying to sort these things out now. Okay, because if you're always sort of waiting to start, then you're just wasting your time. But what you've got to realize is that no matter what I do, the clock is always going to be ticking. So I might as well be working on my dreams. I might as well be at least trying to make a better life for myself, right? If that's something that you want, right? Because ultimately, we don't want you to be, again, like 10 or 20 years down the line and regretting that you'd started sooner and knowing that you could have started sooner but you didn't, right? So it's always better to start now, to get on with things now, so that in the future you are more likely to get the things that you want in life sooner. Because if you're always procrastinating on these things, then you're not going to get these things very soon. You're not going to get these things that you've always wanted as quickly as you'd wanted. And usually what you'll find is that even if you do start now, you're still going to be waiting for these things to happen for a while, because not always things work out those first few attempts. You've got to really put into action the law of probability. And basically the law of probability, and the way that I use it, is that if I just keep on throwing out attempts, so it could be like my YouTube videos for this channel or my dating channel, I just keep on making content, I just keep on making videos, because I know at some point these videos are going to get more attraction, right? Or the videos that I do in the future are going to get more attraction because I have put it out there and I'm consistent and I keep on going with it, rather than not doing anything or being really spread out with the content that I make and things like that. So, the more you do, basically, the more attempts that you put out there, the more likely it is that you're going to get that viral hit or the attraction that you want. So if like you've got a website and you are writing blog posts and you want to be a successful writer with your blog, then you've got to keep on making posts. You've got to just keep on doing it, because at some point, if you just keep on doing that, one of your blogs is going to be a hit and you're going to get loads more traffic to your website. Yeah, it's all about using the law of probability and using it for your benefit. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. Those were the lessons that are requirements in life and not choices, just to give you a quick overview of what we just went through. Failures teach us more than success, right? Long-term self-discipline is better for you than short-term easiness. And thirdly, try and build the life you want now, because the time is going to pass anyway. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like to get in touch with me personally and you would like coaching with me, then please go to www.christineloveridge.com, and I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye.